What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So I wanted to record this video and break it down as like understanding, I guess, as simple as possible when it comes to the burn tax. A lot of people have brought to my attention that we're looking to change the burn tax from 1.2% to 0.1% or 0.2%, kind of like what Binance is doing. And the reason why they would do that is because it's a more reasonable amount, and that 1% is just way too high. I don't agree. I disagreed with this on Saturday, and I disagree with this today, and I'll tell you exactly why. We're going to break all of this stuff down in this video and talk about CZ, talk about the entire thing. Don't take this as a negative video. Take this as more of an informative video, because I'm not looking to be negative with this at all. I'm looking to be very positive with how I think things are going to play out. It's just for people to take it this way and say that the 1.2% is too high because of certain things that are being displayed. You have to understand why those things are being displayed. So guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. And if you guys want to check out some of the links down below, one being my Patreon, another one being my Twitter, I have TikTok, I have other YouTube channels as well. Go ahead and check out all those channels and be a part of the groups there. It definitely helps out with growth and all of that stuff, the algorithm, everything. I appreciate it a lot. But if you didn't know, Binance did a burn today. It was 2.9 billion that they did. I don't think I'm going to show anything in this video, no B-roll or anything, but Binance did a burn, 2.9 billion coins, right? A lot of people expected so much more. Me being one of them, I expected so much more, not knowing the information all behind Binance, especially seeing, 7 days versus 4 days the last time. I expected more, right? Because last time it was 5.6 billion, but this time we burned 2.9 billion out of 7 days versus 4 days. Now with that volume, you did see a lot of volume in those 4 days. And maybe that volume came from people that are not VIP members. So people that are the VIP members or people that are exempt from the taxes, you're not seeing those burns go through, because then the taxes would be pushed to the actual exchange. So they're not doing that. If they don't pay a fee, there's no tax associated with it. So that's a big problem there. So obviously people are questioning like, oh, well, you know what? Maybe it's because, when we look at this, we need to focus on-chain burns. We need to focus across the board and be one, see 0.1% on-chain, 0.1% off-chain everywhere that we go. That would be amazing. And I think to an extent, you may be right, where it would increase the overall burns, because we would see the burns that are happening here on the on-chain burns, as well as people choosing the off-chain burns, because they're all the same, 0.1%, whether it's in fees or 0.1% that's in the overall on-chain status. However, I don't know if we would technically see a ton more. Maybe even seeing less, because right now we're seeing on-chain burns that are happening. Would people still be willing to choose on-chain burns over the off-chain burns, where the fees are the same and they don't have access to buying directly on TerraStation? They're probably going to choose to buy on Binance, probably choose to buy on KuCoin, and go from whatever stablecoin to maybe go from BUSD or USTC or USDC or whatever to Terra Luna Classic. They're not going to choose that other option that makes it more difficult for them to buy it, because you can't buy in TerraStation. So either way, we're going to see less because of those VIP members. And now you're going to see the on-chain action that's happening on those platforms that are now taxing 0.1% rather than 1.2%. So we're seeing the same amount of volume. Volume won't go up. We'll see the same amount of volume that happens there. And the issue that we will be having is that we will burn less than what we're seeing in the on-chain amount, which means that it's less. And then off-chain, we'll see the same amount if if the platforms stay the same. So if Binance decides to stay the same with the 0.1%, KuCoin doesn't implement anything, Gate.io doesn't implement anything, we're stuck in the same place, maybe even worse. So it doesn't look like just because you have lower taxes at 0.1% or 0.2%, that you're going to see higher volume. That's not what that means, right? It's about the gains that you can receive in return. If people see less of potential for it to run, they're not going to invest as much. The 1.2%, in my opinion, is a comfortable level. The reason being, you're maintaining 99%. It's not to a level where people only are looking to accept a 30% gain. They're looking for 100, 200, 1,000%, 10,000% gain. And keeping 99% of your investment is everything. If it was 10% or 5%, maybe that may be too much. And we've proven that in the past with everybody voting down, I think, 3%. So to say that 1.2% is too high, it's not. It's not at all. The reason why it is too high right now, the reason why it's not working for on-chain transactions, right? And this may flow back to what you're saying, like, oh, well, maybe we should lower the on-chain to 0.1%, but hear me out. The reason why is because if you look at on-chain transactions, everybody's going to find a way to choose something that they can be greedy on. No offense, you may be out there and saying, I'm not like that. Well, majority of the people are like that. So you're going to see people that choose, instead of 1.2%, they're going to choose to just buy directly on Binance for a 1% fee and maybe not even pay that fee because they already are a VIP member and are exempt from all the fees. Then you go over to KuCoin, it's the same way. They have their fee associated with it. It's just they're not burning. So people are going to choose that cheaper option to go for a 0.1% fee or whatever their trading fee is, and they're not going to go with on-chain burns, right? On-chain transactions. So it's not about the fact that 1.2% is too high. It's that the exchanges don't want to implement any type of burn. And if they do, it's related to their fees, which is associated to them becoming a VIP member or paying for that VIP membership or whatever you're looking to do with that, right? So you're looking to level up, which makes less people, subject to the tax, and we see less taxes that are going through. So no matter what, if Binance decides to do that, if Binance decides to keep this, KuCoin decides to keep this, it's giving them all of the benefits by getting new VIP members, new people that are signing up to be tax exempt or fee exempt at that point. And they're getting all of the win-win scenario there. It's not a win-win for all of us. It's a lose-lose scenario for us. And it's a win-win scenario for them because we're buying that position thinking that they're going to burn their total amount of volume, but they don't. So that's where it ends up getting tricky. So I'm not trying to spread any type of negative information. I'm just trying to give people the understanding of what they're doing. They're thinking like a business, which is great. They're thinking like a business, but we need to hold them accountable and understand that people need to understand that they are thinking like a business. And it's not about the benefit for investors. It's about the benefit for their platform. First, ZZ had the 25% that he was going to implement, right? So if 25% of the holders on Binance decided to opt in, you would see the tax go through for 25% of holders, which would be amazing, right? And you would see 25 or however many people opted in. Then if it happened for 50%, which it was looking like a lot of people were getting ready to opt into this, 50% of the volume, you would have had everybody be opt-in for the 1.2%, which would be bad for them. The reason why it would be bad for CZ if they opted into the 1.2%, they actually implemented the 1.2%, while KuCoin doesn't, Gate.io doesn't, all these other platforms don't, is because if, let's say, KuCoin has 300 billion coins and in liquidity and total amount on their platform, and you look at Binance, they have 2.3 trillion. Well, you're seeing 60% of the volume that happens over here. If they implement the burn tax for 60% of the volume every single day and KuCoin is doing nothing, then what are they going to do? KuCoin is going to stay the same. What's going to happen to Binance? Okay, all of the volume seems to be going down. Wait, they're catching up. It seems like KuCoin is catching up. No, they're just not moving. So it's looking horrible for Binance because they're giving up all of their leverage while every other exchange is not doing that. So that's why they will not implement it unless everybody implements it. So that's why the thing that we should be doing right now, and I don't know why we're waiting, is applying pressure to every single exchange saying, look, this is the petition, KuCoin, will you join this? Gate.io, will you join this? HG, will you join this? Kraken, will you join this? We need to make sure that the top 20 exchanges all decide to implement the 1.2% burn. And if they do not, then we have an issue here. We need to make sure that everybody does it, because that's the only way that Binance is going to do it. They're not going to be the first to do it and have 60% of the volume, burn off all of their overall liquidity. And yes, they can increase the price in general, but they're giving up so much and increasing the value of other exchanges, which is boosting competition and destroying their own platform. That's the reason why they won't do it. It's not because of investors. It's not because investors will go somewhere else. It's because you're boosting the other platforms and not boosting themselves. They will not do it unless others do get involved. No matter what the percentage is, they will not do it. This is why it's benefiting them to do that, because the VIP members, they must have to pay something. I don't know the detail of that, but they must have to pay something to be exempt from all of these fees. So if they're being exempt, it brings more people to become exempt. And that's why you're seeing less burns that are going through, and you're going to see less and less each week, because more people are becoming that tax exempt or fee exempt, personnel. So that's the way that I see it. And we need to start looking at this as a business and applying pressure to the people that we need to apply pressure to. It's not all negative, and I'm coming with here. It's a net positive. We just have to figure out the path that we're going to take. So hopefully you guys can agree with me. If you don't, comment down below. Let me know what you're thinking. I'm very interested to hear what everybody has to say, or read what everybody has to say. I don't respond to everything because of all the spammers and scammers and all that stuff. But make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.